Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for yet another video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Brielle and welcome to my channel. So today's topic, we are going to talk about practicing discernment. So let's jump right into it. So like the worst thing that you can do for yourself is like putting attachments into people. You know, like making these people your beginning and your end. Making them like, you know, your sole source of happiness. You know, that is like a recipe for disaster. That is a recipe for unhappiness, you know. So like we are all human, you know, and any human being is capable of switching up, capable of changing their feelings, capable of changing, you know, who they are, you know. So like when you place your hope, all your hope and attachments on happiness into a person who is capable of switching up, like how is your like happiness guaranteed, you know? So like if you are a person who is who is used to depending on other people, like you can't function without other people, or you don't know how to sit in solitude, I'm telling you, you have some work to be done. Like you need some inner work. You need to do a lot of inner work, because that means either you have low self-esteem, or you're experiencing insecurities, or like, you know, like you just don't want to be alone, and that's not healthy, you know. So solitude is like a very, very important thing in life. Like if you don't practice like being in solitude, like you need to start, because you're denying yourself like the amount of time that you need to sit with yourself. Many people nowadays are so afraid to sit with themselves, because they know when they are alone they'll need to face themselves, you know. And most people don't like themselves, because people actually haven't done enough work on themselves to actually like themselves, you know. That's why you find that people run away from solitude, and this is exactly the reason why you find people just, you know, jumping from one relationship to another, because that person is not used to being in solitude, you know. You just want another person to be there to fulfill to fill the emptiness or the hole that you're feeling inside, that you don't want to face, you know. And that's not healthy. Like the most precious thing that you can do for yourself is to sit with yourself, heal the things that you need to heal, and discover things about yourself, you know. Like that will give you advantage over so many people, you know, because that will even help you to increase your confidence. It will help you to like carry yourself with grace, because you know, like you know your flaws, you know your strengths, and you know where to work on, you know where like you're good at, you know. So like detachment is very important. Imagine you put your eggs in one basket, right? A person's basket. You're like, okay, this person is my beginning and my end, you know. And then what happens when one day that person wakes up and decides that you're not good enough for them, or like you're not fit to be in their life anymore? So what happens then? You know, like it will seem like your world is like crumbling, or like everything is coming down, and trust me, you don't want that, honey. You do not. That's why I'm telling you, like connections are good, you know, like connecting with people, having that sense of community is important as well, you know. But my point is, don't like put all your eggs in other people. Like be the same way you're believing in these people, believe in yourself as well, you know. And also, like, you know, why not just put all this strength into a person who never switches, you know. They never change, despite who we are, despite how we are feeling. They are the same today, tomorrow, and forever. And I know you know who I'm talking about, definitely Jesus. So like you guys, you have to get used to it, because I'm like, there is no video that I will shoot that I'll not fail to mention like Jesus, you know. So let me read for you guys something that I came up with. The funny thing is, I wanted to shoot this video today, and then I came across this message. That's why I'm just like, alignment. So let me read for you guys. The only love that won't disappoint you is one that can't change, that can't be lost, that is not based on the ups and downs of life or of how well you live. It is something that not even death can take away from you. God's love is the only thing like that. Like throughout the Bible, we see that God is faithful, you know, despite the fact that sometimes we run away from him, sometimes we decide to depend on our own understanding, you know, like sometimes we want to take things in our own hands, we want to take matters into our own hands, you know, when we are not even strong enough, you know. But still, when we are doing all these things, God still loves us, and he is still faithful. He doesn't change. Whether you disappoint him, whether you make him happy, he will always be the same. So even Jesus told us, like, do not place your hope in men, place your hope in God, you know, because men are just men. Like, a man is capable of making mistakes the same way you and I are making mistakes, you know. A man is capable of having their feelings change the same way you and I have our feelings change, you know. So don't put all your eggs in a person's basket. Learn to detach. Like, associate with people, but do not attach yourself to people, because people are temporary. Let's just be real. People are temporary, and everything actually on earth is temporary, you know. So like, for me, I believe in acquaintances. And you know, like, because I'm like, that's how you survive. Because hey, I've experienced a lot of disappointment from people. So I'm like, I've learned to teach myself, like, from a young age, just to like be in solitude, always be comfortable with myself. And like, I've learned, I also used to be that person who I couldn't do things without other people, you know. Like, I would want, even if I would want to go for lunch, I'll look for someone. I'm like, are you free? Ama uko happy? Come, let's go for lunch, you know. But then it reached a point I was like, no, like, I can't be depending on people even to go out for lunch, because you know, like, I'm a person who doesn't like interactions. Like, social interactions make me anxious. You know, like, I just don't like interacting with people. So but right now, like, you know, right now it's not that big of a deal, you know. I can go to a social setting, and like, when you come talk to me or when you come communicate with me, I'll communicate back, you know. But I won't go out of my way to like you know, communicate with people. But back then, my social anxiety was like over the roof, you know. So I couldn't even go out alone. But then it reached a point I was like, I'm inconveniencing myself, you know. Like, I might be hungry, and then what if like people are not available? So I'll not eat because I don't have someone to go out with. Like, no, I was like, I have to now reform and rewire myself, you know. So I started like doing the shadow work and started practicing doing things alone, and right now I'm good. Like, I do things by myself and I'm happy, because I'm like, after all, kwanza, that's how you get things done, you know. Because I'm like, you're not depending on anyone. When you want to do something, you just, you know, go ahead and do it. You don't have to call someone or like make someone help you in doing that, you know. So it's advantageous. So for me right now, it's just me and God. And if God puts people on my path that, you know, he wants them to be in my life, I'm like, well and good, you know. Like, it's all in God's timing and all in God's plan. But as in the meantime, or like, you know, as life goes by, I've taught myself to, like, you know, be in solitude, not to have attachments, and it's a peaceful life, it's a happy life. If I'm being honest, you know. Yeah, so that's it. We've come to the end of the video, so you guys stay blessed, and I'll see you all in my next video. So bye.